Oh god, I hope that was loud enough. Hi, this is my snowball. I've gotta learn. Listen, I suck at vlogging. This is my experimental show, kind of show, podcast, vlog, show vlog, vlogcast. Welcome to Sex on Single Player Mode. This is sort of an experimental project that I've had bouncing around in my head for a little while, and now I'm just trying to make it come alive. What was I on about? This is basically gonna be what I want it to be whenever I want it to be. What the fuck? I forget a lot, and I just exactly forgot where I was. Basically, this will be exactly what I want it to be, whatever. It's going to be whatever. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to do funny bits. I'm going to talk about stuff. Oh, my setup. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. Oh my god, production value will get a lot better. I just wanted to get something out of the way because I know if I wait till I do something, it's just not going to happen. I have a problem with complacency and other things like that. Well, there's a lot of issues with me, insecurities, whatever else like that. I'll talk about all of that. So my stand is, I've got like one of those little tripods. It's on a box. I'm on my bed. This is the only like white backdrop that I have. I want a better mic than this for things that I want to do. And I'll get in. Let's jump right into it. Anyways, guys.
And with that said, let's just jump into.
All right, guys, let's jump into this. I need to learn sound engineering. There's a whole lot of stuff that I need to learn to do. Here, let's get more of this Red Bull Fusion. Thanks to local coffee shop. Support your local theater. A little bit about me. My name's Cameron. I go by Cameron, whatever you want to call me. I'm super fine. Facebook, I'm still have Koala Man in my name. It's a weird middle school thing for those that know that, and that's just a weird tidbit that maybe I shouldn't have had it in there, but, you know, I'm quirky, I'm random. This feels a little bit awkward, but, you know, I am awkward. That's one of the biggest things about me, is that I am super awkward, and I'm also not super awkward. It just depends on the moment. I love movies, TV, like, I don't see enough, like, it doesn't sound. Like, sometimes I think, here's one of the biggest things about me. Is that I'm sort of down the middle. I'm like skeptically optimistic and really a devil's advocate at the same time. There's something like, I know that I'm these certain things, but I also question myself a lot. I don't know if that's just a natural human being thing to do, but with as hyperactive as my mind is, and with my ADHD and everything, that just feels like there's a lot of conflict going in my head. Like, I'm my own biggest critic. Like, I'll say, like, oh man, I love all these movies, and then someone's like, oh, have you seen this movie? And I was like, oh god, how can I say that I love all these movies if I haven't seen that one yet? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I haven't seen The Shawshank Redemption yet. These are some of my favorites. As far as a comedy movie will go, Zoolander, probably one of my all-time favorites. It's just great, like one of those cult following classic deals. It's, oh my god, the line, quotable, so quotable. I love things that are quotable. I quote Star Wars Revenge of the Sith all the time. One of my favorite Star Wars films. It goes 5, 3, and then the rest of them, honestly. I really loved the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix. That's probably one of the very few movies that I can remember. It's the only movie that I can remember that I gave it 10 out of 10 and call it an absolute masterpiece. Super underrated film that I enjoy is Chappie. I think that one does not get a lot of love that it deserves. I mean, what's not to love? Especially in my biased viewpoint. Like, it's a robot that learns what consciousness is, and it's really weird, high concept. Neil Blomkamp. Oh my god, I hope that's his name. I couldn't remember it. I couldn't remember it the other day. But now I did. Yeah, Neil Blomkamp. Oh, Christopher Nolan's probably one of my favorites. I don't think there's a movie that he's ever made that I have not been blown away by or that I completely love. And I feel like that's just a basic, like how when you look at basic white girl, they love their Starbucks, blonde hair, Ugg boots, or whatever else like that. I feel like Christopher Nolan might be like one of the. Sorry if the camera shakes around a lot. Like I said, it's on a box on my bed. I'm sorry. Look at that red light on my nose. Cameron, the red-nosed idiot, trying to do stuff creatively. Maybe I should just give up. but my personality does not let me. Because if I give up, bad things will ensue. Something improv song. Insert joke about a Jew. What? Oh. Holy shit. I get really loud. Oh man. Well, this is a challenge for me. This whole thing is going to be a challenge for me. I suck at editing, but you can only do things better by doing them. I love film. I love to live in the moment. I feel like the best way to describe myself is that I am a Sagittarius, even though I try to distance myself away from astrology and horoscopes and all that mumbo jumbo. I just love to think, it's like, oh yeah, you kind of got me right on the dot there. But just without how outgoing that I believe I am, I feel like I'm an extroverted introvert, like 55% extrovert and 45% introvert. I'm an ENFP for Myers-Briggs. Why don't I just give you my social fucking security number? Sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you. This first episode isn't going to be scripted. The next one will. I think the next episode I really know what I want to do and introduce some new stuff, but this one is just going to be me kind of just being myself as much as I can, and I think that's super important that God damn it, I hate it. Do not disturb should have it so that way you don't see any notifications even when your phone is up. Like, what the fuck? I want this to be something that's super creatively expressive for myself because I feel like I don't get to be myself as much as I should. And I don't want to, and I hate saying things like that seem profound or deep or something else because I feel like I'm pandering, trying to be deep, even though deep down I probably am, but I don't know. I'm always at an inner conflict with myself, and I don't know how to move past that. I haven't been in therapy or counseling since I was in middle school. I visited him a couple times since then for major issues, but I don't know if that's really an issue or if that's just human nature. I'm inspired by Jim Carrey is definitely one of them. Joaquin Phoenix is probably one of my favorite actors of all time. I don't know. There's a whole lot. See, I'm a jambalaya of stuff. I'm going to move on to one thing, even if I do have a theme or scripted version of this episode. I feel like it's going to go everywhere. And I will do funny bits, try to do voice acting things with it. Well, I'd want to be a voice actor at some point, and just kind of showcase a whole lot of that stuff. I don't know, I think maybe I do need therapy, although everybody technically should need therapy, everybody probably does, and it's good to seek help or have a support system, and I have a lot of theories on therapy, which is why I have a lot of reservations on it. Basically, it's just a glorified person, somebody that you pay a bunch of money to help you get to the conclusions that you already had, but you just needed some help to get there, or at least you already know what the problem is, but you didn't know what the root of the problem is, or you might have, I don't know. Like I said, that goes into my skeptical optimism, and I don't know, I like to live life, I like to view the world with maybe rose-tinted glasses, and then also see the world for what it, I guess I like to see the world, well, seeing the world for what it truly is and the way that I look at things is not the best way to say that, just because I do see them through rose-tinted glasses, and I also see them through the thorns, if that's the best metaphor to say that I see the bad and I see the good, but I always like to think about it, whether or not it makes me get super existential at the end of the day. And I get existential a lot, and I mean a lot. Like I get scared that a meteor is going to hit at any moment. Be a funny bit. I should do that. Put a meteor on the screen. I very much enjoy long walks on the beach. I just get super existential all the time. That's where I was at. I get super existential, and I think about things probably way too much. I'm definitely an overthinker. I've been told that I have a lot of passion, even though I'm just like, man, if I have all this passion, why am I not putting it to projects like this or something else? There's definitely something holding me back, and I really want to get to the bottom of that, because I want to create, and I want to get out there, and I want to do what I want to do. I want to act, I want to direct, you know, and I know I have plenty of time to get all of this stuff done, but it's just a matter of what I want to get done first. And I think I've got a great support system behind me if I did, but I just don't use a lot of the resources that I have. And I feel like I need something, or I want something more that's going to give me that push and that drive to get to where I want to be. This is probably all super boring stuff for you, so...
Fuck, my leg's falling asleep. Ugh, my leg is falling asleep. My leg, it is falling asleep.
See, it's the kind of weird shit that I'll do. What, should I improv? No. Yes and, not no, it's yes and. Okay, who should I bring into this? A lot of the times I'll talk to myself and I'll improv bits. Why am I yawning? A lot of the times I'll improv bits to myself, or I'll say things at work when I'm around friends, and I'll take a bit and I'll take it way too far that it needs to go. But I would say I take it farther than it needs to be, but not far enough for me to be satisfied with it, because I like to push it to the limit, you know, and take things far beyond what they need to, and make a bunch of puns and song references. That's honestly key to me. Sorry if the framing on this is super weird. I don't know how close I should end up getting to this. Oh my god. I don't know why I covered that burp, considering I burped 10 times before the start of this and 20 maybe during the start of this. We'll see. Maybe we'll intercut that. Cameron, will you do that for me, please, buddy? No? Oh god, I hope this is good. God, I hope this is good. But also, I hope it's not good and something that makes me want to keep doing this so I can get better. Improv. Who should I bring? I like to do the German accents. When I speak to myself sometimes, it's very introspective, I like to get inside the German's head, because I feel like they are very meticulous and they like to get down to the bottom of things, and then they do not tolerate the nonsense! This is crazy. Do not listen. Oh my gosh. And when I do this, you know, sometimes it can get up higher and you can go into the Dr. Doofenshmirtz voice. Barry the Platypus, what are you doing here? Barry, don't zip down my pants, Barry the Platypus. Don't take out my bratwurst, Barry the Platypus. Oh. See, I don't know if I do things for shock value, if I am a true edgelord. I know I was in middle school, and I'm definitely thankful for the people that I've met in my life that have helped me grow to a point where I'm no longer the person I was in high school, which I'm super thankful for. I mean, I've kept probably the good parts about me, where if I do be outgoing and I'm weird and random, but not so much that it's to randoms, lols, XD, put a banner up on the flash it, epilepsy warning, God. It all boils down to I want to entertain. And I hope that I can entertain you. Man, that would have been a great ending point. No, it really does boil down to I want to entertain. And I like to make people feel good, and that's one of my drives in life, and I hope that I can service you in the way that I want to, and that's such a weird way to say that I hope that I could service you, but I don't know if it's just part of me that just craves the attention, that wants it and needs it, that makes me want to entertain, or if it's just due to childhood trauma or something else like that, or because I truly work best with people and making them feel good, which is probably part of the reason why I wanted to be a psychologist or psychiatrist, counselor at some point. I realized that humor isn't just a coping mechanism, but it can be used to help others, cope, but to help bring people up and see the light. Because really, you should be able to laugh at things. You should be able to laugh at everything. You might not be able to laugh at everything immediately, but the ability to laugh things off, see the good side of life, see the humor in everything, I think is very, very beautiful, and I think that's a skill. It's definitely a learned skill, and it's very hard, and you know, you see people out there that are laughing everything off, and you're just like, man, how do I be like that? How do I shrug this off? How do I not take things personally? You know, how do I become a better person? How do I be a bigger person? and that's just a skill. It's beautiful. I ramble, or my brain moves faster than my mouth, I think, and I don't know exactly where I wanted to go with this, but I just think that laughter is beautiful. Laugh as much as you can. I hope it made you laugh a little bit. Hoping that I can make you laugh a lot later on too. And hoping that, you know, I don't just be like, scrap this, take another take, do a whole nother video. I think I'm fine with this being unscripted for this first one. Second one will be scripted. I'll sort of cultivate bits, and I will have a theme. Thanks for stopping by. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to force you to anything, but...